What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again. This is your match preview. It's Everton against Manchester City, Goodison Park tomorrow, 2 PM kickoff. Tough game. Before we get into it, I want to talk about something that happened to me today. It was an absolute honour. So some of you may not know there is a game every year for the last 3 years called the Content Creators Cup, and it's essentially Team TikTok against Team YouTube. And Team YouTube have some YouTubers that you may have heard of, such as Reeve, Morgs, Manny played today. Last year, Chris MD played, Fizzer. Yeah, loads of different YouTubers over the year, and they have a team of TikTok creators as well. So you got like Angry Ginge, you got Bullardino. There's loads. I mean, it would be unfair of me to name all of them. But I was asked to be manager of Team TikTok this year, and to say it was an absolute honour is an understatement. Everyone I met today were fantastic people, were lovely. In the series, it was YouTube 1, TikTok 1, and we were 2-0 down after 20 minutes or 35 minutes, whatever it was. We were 2-0 down. I made a couple of changes, and we ended up going in half time 2-2. And then the game was ours. I just needed to change it, make us more dominant in midfield, and put some pace up front, and just consistently have pace up front, play through the channels, get ball playing midfielders, and we won the game quite comfortably in the end. We won the game 6-3. We went 5-2 up. So we were. It was an honour, and actually some of the feedback I had from, obviously people that were on the stream watching, or, in the crowd, and a bit surreal for me to sign footballs and tops, and, I'm not a celebrity by any stretch, but it was very surreal for me, and I just want to thank everyone, all of you. I don't pretend to be some massive, great big YouTuber, and I certainly don't pretend to be anyone famous. I try to have very minimum, exposure. I'm not massively big on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or any of those places, but you guys gave me the opportunity today because you support me. So it's only right that I say thank you. So today's probably one of the highlights, in my, I'm not going to say YouTube career, because it's not a job. It's always been a hobby and something I enjoy doing. But it was a highlight today. So thank you so much for supporting me and being in a position to essentially, for my little boy to meet some of the people that he watches on TikTok and YouTube. He was absolutely buzzing to meet Morgs today. Absolutely buzzing. You're sitting there. This guy's got 12.5 million subscribers, and Finley's standing there having pictures with Morgs, he's talking to him. It was just fantastic, so thank you. Plus, it was an absolute tactical masterclass from me, by the way. Absolute masterclass. But anyway, let's talk about the important game, eh? The one that we're all here for. Everton against Manchester City. A game that, if you would have said to me before the Brighton game, you're going to get a point in, I would have laughed. But actually, there is a quiet bit of confidence. And actually, again, some of the lads today were saying, it wouldn't surprise me if Man City come and stuck at Everton. And look, I think we just need to keep the points going. We've not been great at home. Last 2 home games, I think it's Newcastle 4-1, Fulham 3-1. Pathetic performances, to be honest. And we're playing a much better team. Let's be real. Man City are the best team in Europe, if not the world, by a decent stretch. So we're going up against the best. However, they're playing Real Madrid in between us. They played them last week. They've got playing next week, and they're playing us slap bang in the middle. And we're probably a place after a 5-1 win, a sensational performance that people won't want to go to. So I'm really happy with where we are, how we're performing, how we got a result in that game away from home. We got a point at Palace. We've picked up points on the road. it's the home games that concern me. But Everton have just got to do a job on City like we did against Brighton. You know, the high press, we've got to deal with it. You know, whether we play 2 blocks of 4 and just have an outlet and Calvert-Lewin, and then whoever plays off him, i.e. Iwobi or McNeil, depending on whether it comes from like left to right, whether the transitions in a double pivot in the middle of the park, you know, whether it's Garner who switches it to, you know, the other Garner, or, you know, maybe a Nana comes into this game, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I've said this now for a few weeks. I don't care who plays. Like, I don't care about the starting 11. I don't care about the tactics of the manager. I care about this football team staying up, and if that means I support the 11 on the pitch, even if I disagree with it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to absolutely do it. You know, I can comment on it after. I can say whether I felt like it worked or not. But at this moment in time, as I have said for the last few weeks, I'm not going to sit here and drill players before they've even kicked the ball. I know what my team would be, and my team would be pretty much unchanged from that Brighton game. It probably would be unchanged. I thought Mina was sensational. The only thing, it wouldn't surprise me if he does, weirdly, is go 5 at the back. Maybe go 5-4-1. It wouldn't surprise me. But I don't think he needs to. I think the way that we've been set up is pretty good. I feel there'll be some confidence. And look, even if we lose this game, there's no need to be deflated going into games against Wolves and Bournemouth, because this is the European, in my opinion, this season, likely to be the European champions. If we lose 1, 2, even 3-0, I don't care. I don't care, because we just need to get the game out of the way. I would love a point. I'd love 3 points. I'd be over the moon at 3 points. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think this team have got too much professionalism to lose the league. So I don't think they'll lose the league. A point, I could see us getting a point. I could see it being 1-1. But I said the same last season and we got robbed. You know, they score a goal and I think Rodri handballs it and we don't get a penalty. It was stonewalled. It was pathetic. So, look, in my opinion, Everton just have to keep the ball well, play on the counter like we did in the Brighton game. Just set up the same. Long balls up to Calvert-Lewin, into his feet. You know, we're hearing things like he's fitter than he's ever been before, and you know he's looking fantastic. Well, that's a brilliant job by Sean Dyche, if that's the case, and his medical team and his coaches. So brilliant. Stay fit, and the same applies to Yerry Mina, because you know I know Mina's contract's up at the end of the summer, and I will be sad when the guy goes. I really will. But it's £120,000 off the wage bill, and I'm hoping we bring in a decent replacement, obviously. But all in all, we just have to either get something or not get beat too bad. Because we go into that Wolves game, they've got nothing to play for. There is absolutely no reason, if we can go away to Brighton and win, that we can't go to Wolves and win. And worst case scenario, we get a point. I can't see Leeds or Leicester picking up 6 points. I've read a few comments today. You know, Leeds were almost got an equaliser against Man City. You know, they drew with Newcastle today. They drew at home to Newcastle. They were 2-1 down and scored a deflection. You know, they had a penalty, which Bamford missed. You know, they're not converting the chances. They've got 2, I'd say, semi-difficult games. And I'm saying semi-difficult because Spurs have got stuff to play for at the minute, because we don't even know where they are in terms of their headspace, where they want to be in the league, manager's position. And you've got West Ham, who want to finish the season as strong as possible. They're not going to want a defeat going into their European game that could be a final. So, for me, I just don't... I think Leeds may pick up 4 points at a real push, but I think it's more likely to be 3. And I think Everton will pick up another 3 points, and if my maths are correct, that means Everton stay up, and that's all I'm really bothered about. It's coming down to deadline day. I don't like that. I don't like it's coming down to the last game of the season. I like it to be finished before then, but the only way of getting it finished before then, in my opinion, is taking 3 points off City tomorrow, because I don't see anyone catching us then. Well, I think we'd be on 35 points. I think Forest are on 34. I think you'll have Leicester and Leeds. I think Leeds are on 31 and Leicester are currently on 30. So unless Leicester win tomorrow or Monday, sorry, against, I think it's Liverpool, I think they're down. I think they'd be down. And is there an argument, by the way, just off as a little side note, is there an argument that this Leicester side have got more quality, and I'm talking individual quality, than any other side that's gone down? It's just a debate. It's up to you if you want to have it. I'm on the fence, but I think when you've got players like Yuri Tillemans, James Maddison, Soyuncu at the back who are right, you've got the full-backs, Justin Thomas, you've got the other lad Pereira, and there's a lot of quality in that Leicester side, and be interesting to see. I think it is last chance saloon for them against Liverpool, if I'm being honest. If they lose that game, which I think Liverpool are absolutely flying at the minute, then I think Leicester will be down. So that's what I mean. I think Everton will pick up enough points to stay up, irrespective of this game. But it does make it easier if we get something. Yeah, that's all I've got. There's no point overcooking it. I'm sorry it's a late upload again. As I say, it's been one of them weekends. We've been doing loads of work in the house, as you know. You know, we moved into the house in December, and we haven't really stopped working. So it's been stressful. And then obviously today we've had the Content Creators Cup, which has been mind-blowing, if I'm being honest. Although I have caught a bit of a tan. I'm a bit burnt. So yeah, guys, look, I'm leaving it there. Thank you ever so much for the love and support. Jesus, it really does mean everything to me, and yeah, thank you, guys.